On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Complaint.
A statement that expresses dissatisfaction or annoyance about something.
Examples:
Complaint department. Complaint about price gouging. She filed a complaint with the manager about the poor service.
Anonymous.
Having no known name, identity, or known source.
Examples:
Anonymous letter. Anonymous house. She received several anonymous calls.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Grace.
A quality of being pleasing, especially in appearance or manner, a temporary exemption, especially an extended period granted as a special favor, a short prayer of thanks before a meal.
Examples:
Say a grace. End of the grace period. The old oak tree stood with grace and majesty in the park center.
Peaceful.
Not involving violence, conflict, or war.
Examples:
Peaceful country. Peaceful coexistence. Plutonium has limited peaceful applications.
Grizzly.
A large North American bear species, often with grayish or brownish fur. A person who has streaks of gray or white hair.
Examples:
Grisly size. Grisly encounter. The hiker stumbled upon a grizzly bear in the woods and quickly retreated.
Cup.
A young of certain carnivorous mammals such as lion, bear, wolf, etc., an awkward, rude, and inexperienced boy.
Examples:
A tiger cub. The arrival of a cub. The cub reporter covered the murder case for the first time.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
Intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Awesome.
Inspiring fear, admiration, or respect. Very good, nice, fun, etc.
Examples:
Awesome mental faculty. Have an awesome birthday. There is a lot of awesome nature and food in Hawaii.
Rambunctious.
Marked by uncontrollable exuberance or high spirits, boisterous and unruly, difficult to control or restrain.
Examples:
Rambunctious behavior. Rambunctious children. The rambunctious puppies played in the yard until they fell asleep.
Adoption.
The action or fact of legally taking another's child as one's own, the act of accepting with approval.
Examples:
Adoption assistance. The adoption of a plan. The adoption process can be long and difficult, but it is worth it for the love of a child.
Conclude.
To come to an end or close, to reach a judgment or opinion by reasoning.
Examples:
Conclude a meeting. Conclude that he is healthy. We concluded a ceasefire.
Illegal.
Not allowed by law.
Examples:
Illegal drugs. Child of illegal immigrants. The customs agents seized the illegal shipment.
Murmur.
To say something very quietly, to complain about somebody or something under one's breath.
Examples:
Murmur at low wages. Murmur a greeting. He always murmurs at the ill treatment.
Stereotype.
A fixed and unvarying idea or image that people have about what someone or something is like, but which is often not true in reality and may cause hurt and offense.
Examples:
Avoid stereotype. Negative stereotypes. Changing stereotypes about LGBTQ requires considerable effort.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Racial.
Of or related to the race, equals classification of humans into groups based on physical traits or social relations.
Examples:
Racial prejudice. Racial and ethnic backgrounds. A minor racial conflict later led to a civil war.
Engaging.
Attracting, pleasant, or charming.
Examples:
Engaging story. An engaging smile. She was disbarred for her engaging in fraud.
Distance.
The amount of space between 2 points, measured in units such as miles, meters, or kilometers, the extent, scope, or range between two things, such as distance or emotional distance.
Examples:
Driving distance. Social distance. The marathon runner covered a long distance in a short amount of time.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
Suffer a setback. Suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Agonism.
The theory or practice of engaging in competitive or conflictual relationships or interactions to promote the progress or improve outcomes.
Examples:
Muscle agonism. Agonism in literature. Wrestling is known for its physical and mental agonism between opponents.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Contagious.
Able to be passed on to others through contact or proximity, especially by infection or disease.
Examples:
Contagious enthusiasm. Contagious virus. The disease is highly contagious and spreads quickly.
Definition:
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
A precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Warlike.
Characterized by a tendency toward or readiness for war or aggression, belligerent or hostile in manner.
Examples:
Warlike behavior. Warlike language. The warlike imagery depicted on the temple walls was meant to inspire warriors to fight bravely.
Stance.
A way of thinking about something, especially expressed publicly, attitude or position of a standing person or animal.
Examples:
Change her stance. The batting stance. He continued to support her political stance.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Agon.
A contest or competition, typically one in which participants exert themselves physically or mentally to achieve victory or surpass others.
Examples:
Emotional agon. An agon of creativity. The weightlifting competition brought together athletes from different countries for an international agon.
Agony.
Extreme physical or mental pain or suffering, often prolonged or intense.
Examples:
Severe agony. Emotional agony. The athlete fell to the ground in agony after injuring their ankle.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples.
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples.
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Inverse.
Opposite in order, nature, or effect, reversed, reciprocal.
Examples.
Inverse function. Inverse matrix. The inverse relationship between price and demand is well known in economics.
Disagree.
To have or express a different opinion, idea, etc.
Examples.
Disagree about a particular issue. Disagree with a plan. I disagree for reasons already stated above.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples.
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples.
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples.
Conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Settlement.
An official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples.
The settlement of a dispute. Settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Impeach.
To bring formal charges against a public official for misconduct in office.
Examples.
Impeach him with an error. Impeach official. The House of Representatives impeached the president for abuse of power.
Bet.
To risk money on the result of an event or a competition, such as a race or game, to get more money, to have faith or confidence in something.
Examples.
Bet on a race. Bet my future. I bet that you know it.
Strained.
Tight, tense, or stretched, under pressure or stress, characterized by a lack of ease or naturalness.
Examples:
strained relationship, strained muscles. The musician's face showed a strained expression as he struggled to hit the high note.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
tragic love stories, tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Topic:
a subject that is being discussed or written about.
Examples:
a serious topic, the topic of the book. The topic of the discussion was the current state of the economy.
Trivial.
Of little value or importance.
Examples:
a trivial man. For trivial reasons. The problem seemed trivial initially, but it became a significant issue.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Cultivate.
To prepare and foster land for growing crops or plants.
Examples:
cultivate a field. Cultivate relationships. University is a great place to cultivate our minds and expertise.
Deliberately.
Done in an intentional or slow and careful manner.
Examples:
deliberately amateurish. Commit a crime deliberately. He deliberately misleads others.
Intentionally.
In a planned or intended way.
Examples:
she hit him intentionally. She intentionally spread misleading information. She would never intentionally hurt anyone.
Soil.
The top layer of earth in which plants grow.
Examples:
soils retentive of moisture. Parched soil. Soil moisture is another significant component controlling soil respiration.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples:
approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Cisgender.
Denoting or relating to a person whose sense of personal identity and gender corresponds with their birth sex.
Examples:
cisgender identity. Cisgender person. Cisgender people often don't have to think about their gender identity in the same way that transgender people do.
Evangelical.
Relating to or advocating a form of Protestant Christianity that emphasizes personal conversion and faith over religious rituals and central authority within the church.
Examples:
Evangelical mission. Evangelical Christian group. The evangelical pastor delivered a powerful sermon to his congregation.
Christ.
The man that Christians believe is the prophet and the Son of God, and whose life and sermons form the basis for Christianity.
Examples:
Teaching of Christ. Before Christ. Christmas is the day to celebrate the birth of Christ.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Faith.
Complete trust in something or someone's ability or knowledge, a strong belief in religion, divine power, etc.
Examples:
Religious faith. Faith in government. He kept his robust faith in his company.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Tune.
A musical composition or set of musical notes that are played or sung, verb, to adjust or set something to a specific condition or standard.
Examples:
The tune of a song. Tune a piano. The band played a beautiful tune on their instruments.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples:
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Reject.
To refuse to accept, consider, or use something or someone.
Examples:
Reject the proposal. Reject all imperfect merchandise. The company rejected the job candidate's application due to a lack of experience.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
Gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples.
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Transgender.
Relating to or denoting a person whose gender identity does not correspond to that person's biological sex assigned at birth.
Examples.
Transgender person. Transgender rights. Many transgender individuals face discrimination and marginalization in society.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples.
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Intelligent.
Having the capacity for thought and reason, especially to a high degree.
Examples.
An intelligent person. Intelligent assisting system. Intelligent robots that can cooperate with humans have limited motor output for safety.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples.
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Argue.
To express differing opinions or points of view, often in a heated or contentious manner, to present a case or reasoning to persuade or convince others.
Examples.
Argue a case. Argue passionately. The couple began to argue over which restaurant to go to for dinner.
Convinced.
Completely certain about something, having a strong belief or conviction in a particular religion.
Examples.
Convinced of the idea. Convinced criminal. The public is convinced that the Prime Minister has committed fraud.
Co-equal.
Being equal in rank, importance, or value.
Examples.
Co-equal responsibility. Co-equal member. The co-equal partnership between the two companies allowed for a successful merger.
Refuse.
To show that one is not willing to do or accept something.
Examples.
Refuse a request. Refuse the company. My initial reaction was to refuse.
Prefer.
To like, choose, or want one thing or person better than another.
Examples.
Prefer physics to chemistry. Prefer a window seat. The birds prefer open water areas with reeds around them.
Pronoun.
A word that takes the place of a noun in a sentence, such as he, she, they, or it. Examples. Pronoun usage. Possessive pronoun. In English, personal pronouns such as he, she, and they can replace a person's name to avoid repetition.
Honor.
High regard or great respect for someone. The quality of having and doing based on a keen sense of morality. Verb, to show respect towards someone.
Examples:
Womanly honor. Honor our ancestors. I claim on my honor that it is true.
Clay.
A natural, earthy material that is made up of very small particles of minerals and can be molded when wet and then fired to produce ceramics.
Examples:
Clay animation. Soft clay ground. The sculptor carefully molded the clay into the desired shape.
Convert.
To turn something into a different form, to transform.
Examples:
Convert fat into energy. Convert base 10 to base 16. I want to convert my sadness into strength.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Rigid.
Extremely strict and difficult to change or adapt, incapable of or resistant to bending.
Examples:
Rigid rules. Rigid structure. He was unpopular because of his rigid adherence to the rules.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Majesty.
Regal or royal dignity, grandeur or greatness.
Examples:
Morning majesty. Majesty of nature. The king's majesty was apparent in his elegant attire and powerful presence.
Pause.
To take a short break from talking or doing something before continuing.
Examples:
Pause a moment. Pause for a reaction. The man paused before opening the door.
Calm.
Not excited, angry, or nervous, free from wind, large waves.
Examples:
Calm sea. Calm manner. It was the first time in a long time that I felt truly calm and at peace.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else. A place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Extravagant.
Exceeding the bounds of reason or necessity, wildly excessive, lavish.
Examples:
extravagant expenses. Extravagant lifestyle. The wedding was an extravagant affair with a guest list of over 500 people.
Mincing.
Affectedly dainty or delicate in behavior, speech, or manner, of food, cut or chopped into very small pieces.
Examples:
mincing garlic. Mincing words. I couldn't stand the mincing steps of the ballerina in the dance performance.
Ballet.
A type of performance dance that tells a dramatic story or expresses an idea with music, but no talking or singing.
Examples:
a ballet enthusiast. Ballet lessons. She is a leading female classical ballet dancer.
Weird.
Extraordinary, unexpected, or difficult to explain.
Examples:
a weird dress. The state of being weird. My computer has been acting weird recently.
Cancel.
To decide that a previously scheduled activity will not take place.
Examples:
cancel a class. Cancel a free subscription trial. When customers cancel their reservations, they lose the deposit they made.
Offend.
To cause someone to feel upset, angry, or annoyed.
Examples:
offend his sensibilities. Offend a customer. His rude comments offended many people at the party.
Holocaust.
The systematic killing of millions of Jews and other minority groups by the Nazis during World War II, or any similar act of mass destruction.
Examples:
nuclear holocaust. The Holocaust Museum. Many Holocaust survivors still suffer from the trauma they experienced during that time.
Survivor.
A person who remains alive after an event in which others have died.
Examples:
ovarian cancer survivor. A single survivor. The shipwreck survivor was rescued after floating in the ocean for 3 days.
Boom.
A sudden increase in economic activity, or a sudden happening that brings good fortune, a deep, loud, and prolonged sound.
Examples:
boom in sales. A sonic boom. The high technology industry is enjoying a boom.
Forgiveness.
The act of stopping feeling angry or resentful towards someone for a mistake or offense with compassion.
Examples:
Forgiveness of liabilities. Beg for forgiveness. He gained debt forgiveness.
Savior.
A person who rescues a people from harm or danger. In Christianity, Jesus Christ, who is a teacher and prophet born in Bethlehem and active in Nazareth.
Examples:
Political savior. Pray to the Savior. The guru of that religion thought of himself as a savior.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Broadcast.
To send out a program or some information on radio or television.
Examples:
Broadcast a concert. Broadcast a radio ad. Most of the programs are broadcast in this area.
Lovable.
Deserving or inspiring love and affection.
Examples:
Lovable personality. A lovable creature. The little puppy was lovable and had a playful personality.
Hypocrisy.
The practice of engaging in the same behavior or activity for which one criticizes another, or the practice of claiming to have moral standards or beliefs to which one's behavior does not conform.
Examples:
Without hypocrisy. Self-serving hypocrisy. The commentaries often criticized the government's political hypocrisy.
Dare.
To have the courage to do something.
Examples:
Dare not go. Dare to take risks. I wouldn't dare to speak to him like that.
Repulsive.
Causing strong dislike or disgust, offensive, unpleasant, or grotesque, resisting or rejecting contact or influence.
Examples:
Repulsive smell. Repulsive act. The politician's rhetoric was so repulsive that many people refused to vote for him.
Unconditional.
Not subject to any conditions, absolute or complete, not limited by any qualifications or restrictions.
Examples:
Unconditional forgiveness. Unconditional support. Her love for him was unconditional, despite all of his flaws.
Qualified.
Officially recognized as having completed a training course or passed the exams that are necessary to perform a particular job.
Examples:
A qualified doctor. Qualified in medicine. We seek a person qualified for the post.
Precondition.
A necessary condition or requirement that must be met for something else to happen or be possible.
Examples:
Precondition agreement. Essential precondition. A peaceful environment is a precondition for meaningful negotiations.
Apologize.
To express regret for committing wrongdoing or causing a problem.
Examples:
apologize for being late. Apologize ahead of time. I apologize for neglecting your email.
Theoretical.
Relating to the concepts and principles upon which a particular topic is founded, rather than practice and experience.
Examples:
theoretical models. Theoretical physicist. Absolute zero is the lowest theoretical temperature.
Hero.
A person who is admired or idealized for courage, outstanding achievements, or noble qualities, a character in literature or history who is central to the plot and who exhibits heroic qualities.
Examples:
local hero. Unsung hero. The soldier who sacrificed his life for his country is considered a national hero.
Murder.
The crime of killing somebody intentionally.
Examples:
murder in the second degree. Attempted murder. This intriguing murder mystery remains unsolved.
Gallows.
A wooden structure, typically formed by two upright poles and a crossbeam, used for the execution of criminals by hanging.
Examples:
gallows humor. With gallows eyes. The judge sentenced the criminal to the gallows for his heinous crimes.
Noose.
A loop or knot, typically made of rope, used for hanging or executing a person or animal, a trap or snare in which the net catches the prey.
Examples:
noose knot. Hangman's noose. The criminal was caught in the noose of the law and faced severe consequences for their actions.
Blindfold.
A covering for the eyes used to block out light, particularly one used as a means of sensory deprivation or as a form of punishment or revenge. Verb: to cover someone's eyes with a blindfold or similar material, often as a way of preventing them from seeing something or to make a game or activity more challenging.
Examples:
blindfold game. Blindfold challenge. The doctor administered a blindfold test to evaluate the patient's sense of touch.
Pardon.
To forgive someone for something they have said or done, such as a crime. Noun, the act of excusing a mistake or offense.
Examples:
pardon me. Supplicate for pardon. The governor decided to pardon the prisoner after reviewing the evidence of his innocence.
Execution.
The act or process of carrying out a plan, order, or course of action. The act or process of carrying out the death penalty.
Examples:
compulsory execution. Execution by injection. The execution of the plan was flawless, resulting in a record-breaking profit for the company.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
Underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Exhale.
To breathe out air or vapor from the lungs or mouth, to release or emit something slowly or gently.
Examples:
Exhale a big sigh. Exhale cigarette smoke. He took a deep breath and slowly began to exhale.
Weep.
To cry tears because of sadness, rage, or pain.
Examples:
Weep bitter tears. Weep for joy. I'm easily moved to tears, so I would weep in sympathy if I saw that movie.
Beg.
To ask for something urgently or earnestly, to appeal to someone to do something.
Examples:
Beg the question. Beg for help. She begged her parents to let her go to the concert.
Slap.
To strike something or someone with an open palm or flat object, producing a sharp sound or sensation, to place something firmly, suddenly, or unexpectedly.
Examples:
Slap on the back. Slap a heavy fine. The politician tried to slap down the rumors about his personal life.
Afterward.
After the time mentioned.
Examples:
A few years afterward. Go there afterward. We will explain the countermeasure concerning this problem afterward.
Quotation.
A group of words taken from a text or speech and repeated by someone other than the original author or speaker.
Examples:
Double quotation marks. Take a quotation. He included a quotation from the book in his essay.
Rage.
A strong feeling of anger or violence.
Examples:
Uncontrollable rage. Fall into a rage. She was filled with a burning rage at the injustice she had witnessed.
Vein.
A blood vessel that carries blood from various parts of the body back to the heart, a mineral deposit or layer of rock that is contained within another rock formation.
Examples:
Spider vein. Collapsed vein. The nurse inserted the needle into the vein in his arm to draw blood.
Incredible.
Unbelievable. Extremely large.
Examples:
Incredible amount. At incredible speed. Her response revealed incredible idiocy.
Theologian.
An expert or student who studies theology.
Examples:
Swedish theologian. Great theologians. Death gets more than its share of attention from theologians.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
Execute a bold strategy. Execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.